Everyone, I am Miss Amruta Zadhav ma'am. I am here with the part 9 of thermodynamics and I am welcoming you all to this part in which we are going to study about refrigerator, and we have discussed about heat engine in the last part, and we are going to explain about the PV diagram, which will be gives you idea about the heat engine itself. Okay, so these 2 points we are going to learn in this part. So let's move towards our part. And as you all know, before moving towards today's lecture, we usually do a revision of the previous part. So here that what we have learned in the yesterday's lecture, which was heat engine. What is heat engine? Heat engine is nothing but a machine which converts heat into work done. Now, not the total amount of it is being converted into work done, but some amount is being absorbed. Okay, so this is all about the heat engine, and even we have studied about the elements which are included in heat engine, and the element which was very important to study about heat engine was working substance. Working substance means anything which is there inside a machine or there inside an engine while we are considering a system, like gas. While we are studying a ideal engine, we can consider a working substance as ideal gas. So that is what we are calling about working substance. Then the second very important part about heat engine is hot and cold reservoir. Okay, now what is reservoir? So reservoir is nothing but a heat engine receives heat from a source, and that source is known as reservoir. Okay, so from where it got heat, it can get heat from the surrounding itself, or we can get the heat from a source. It may be anything from what we are getting. It may be a burner, it may be electricity. So from there we are getting heat, so that is known as reservoir. Now there are two kinds of reservoir. One is hot and second one is cold. Now, as you know, hot reservoir is nothing but source, and now as we said that heat engine does converts heat into work done, but not exactly the same amount, but some amount of it is being absorbed. So where it get absorbed? So it get absorbed in sink. So the sink is nothing but cold reservoir because it get absorbs the heat, so it get cooler one, and while we are providing it, it becomes a hotter one, so that is nothing but hot reservoir. And the last, which is very important, that is third element of heat engine, was cylinder. The whole system is being enclosed in a cylinder which is having movable frictionless piston which does works on the gas, so that it will create expanding and compression of the gas. Okay, so this is what we have studied about heat engine. Now after studying all the things, we must have seen the PV diagram of each of them. Even we have derived a equation of heat engine. And what was that? What was the equation of heat engine? The equation of heat engine was W is equal to QH minus mod of QC, where QH is the, what was the QH? Is the heat absorbed by the working substance at source, and QC is heat rejected by it to the sink. So the difference between them is nothing but the work done. We have seen the efficiency, that is eta of that, and efficiency was W divided by QH. Okay, so this is what we have learned in the previous one, and now as I told you, we are going to study about PV diagram, which gives you idea about all the working of the heat engine. Okay, so here in this diagram, or in this picture, which is GIF over here, you can see there is a process over here. What is the process? It gives heat, it expands, it cools, and it contracts. So this is the cycle while we are studying a heat engine. In heat engine, a cyclic process happens. So it heat, it expands, it cools, it contracts. So it continuously happening over that. Okay, so while we are studying a PV diagram, we have to consider a cyclic equation. So let's move towards that point. Points to learn is heat engine cycle and PV diagram, and second point that we are going to discuss is refrigerator. Without wasting our time, I am going to explain the PV diagram, which gives you idea about heat engine. So here you can see the PV diagram of heat engine, of working of heat engine. Okay, so on y-axis pressure is there, on x-axis volume is there. Now a heat engine, as we discussed, a heat engine uses energy absorbed in the form of heat to do work, right? And then rejects the heat which cannot do work. So this is the main purpose of heat engine. It uses the heat to do work and it rejects the heat which do not do any kind of work. Okay, so heat absorbed in one part of the system or one part of the cycle. What I am telling, heat is absorbed in one part of the cycle, work is done in another part of the cycle, unused heat is rejected in another part. So basically there are three parts. In one part heat get absorbed, in second part work is done, in third part unused heat is rejected, and then it will continue to the same process. Why it is continue to be in the same state or same process? Because it is a cyclic process. So here is the diagram. I am going to explain you each point so that you will come to know the exact idea about it. So here is the point A. Okay, the operating system, all the operating system of heat engine begins at this point, which is point A. Right? Now at point A, the working substance, which is gas, we are going to consider in this case, is absorbs heat at constant volume. So you can see over here from A till B, some pressure has been increased but volume is constant because it is parallel to the y-axis. So as the diagram gives you, as the graph gives you a parallel line, the second term is constant. Now which term is constant in this case? So as you can see, V is same at A and B, but pressure is increases. Okay, so at point A, cycle or we can say operating system begins, then working substance absorbs heat at constant volume and no work is done by the gas. Okay, the pressure is increased till point B is reached. Alright, so as the pressure increases up to point B, the temperature of the gas also increases and even internal energy increases. So the first part in which heat get absorbed at constant volume and pressure increases. So we are getting first part of this cycle. Now what happens from B to C? You can see over here, from B to C. As B is the second part, now the gas starts expanding by pushing the piston away. Now the piston is moving in upward direction. So as the piston is moving in upward direction, gas will start to expand. So the volume will changes. So how the volume changes? Obviously it will increase or decrease. Obviously it will decrease because piston is moving in upward direction. So volume got expand. So in this case pressure decreases and volume increases and work is done. So this is the second part of this cycle from B to C. What happens from B to C? Work is done, pressure decreases and volume increases. Now what happens from C to D? You can see over here, from C, or when the point C is reached, the excess heat which is there, which got rejected. Okay, so the rejected heat is being go towards here. So as it is rejected, so temperature decreases, that's why pressure also decreases and volume remains same. Okay, pressure decreases, volume remains same. which is at constant volume. So we are getting the last point of this cycle, which is from C to D. From C to D. Now what will happen? Again it will do work and it will come back to A. Again the same thing will happen. Pressure will increase, heat get absorbed. Then B, when we are getting a point B, then work has to be done for the piston. Then volume increases, pressure decreases, so we are getting point C again. So when we are reaching at point C, it will get rejected, which is excess heat, and it will rejected, so pressure decreases and volume remains constant. So we are getting point D. Again it will go back to the A. So this is the cyclic process. Okay. So the PV diagram is nothing but a visual tool for study of heat engine. At a glance, you can study all the components and all the change of states are there inside this graph. So you can study by just looking at this graph. You will come to know the all idea about heat engine. Okay. So as we are saying that, again I am repeating, the PV diagram is cyclic process. Because of that, this is a closed loop. Okay, and the area which is there in the loop will represents the work done during one complete cycle. So what will be the work done in this case? So work done is nothing but the area which is there inside the loop, or I will draw properly. Sorry. So this is the area which is nothing but work done. Okay. So this is all about the PV diagram of heat engine. Now the very important term which we are going to learn in this lecture is refrigerators. So this is the explanation about the graph which I have already explained. This is some description of the graph. Now refrigerators and heat pumps. Okay, now as we all know that we have discussed all terms which are related to heat engine. What exactly happens in heat engine? Heat which is used to convert to work done, and some kind of heat is being rejected and it got absorbs in sink, right? This is what we have studied about heat engines. But what happens in case of refrigerator? So in refrigerator, exactly opposite process is being done. Now what is the exactly opposite process? So in this case, mechanical work is being converted into heat. We have seen that heat is being converted into work in heat engine, right? Make it very clear and very simple. While we are considering heat engine, heat is converted into work done. When we are studying refrigerator, mechanical work is converted into work done. Sorry, heat. Okay. So, even the heat pumps are used to work in backward directions. Now, what is the backward direction? Because there is exactly opposite procedures of heat engines. Work is being converted into heat. So how it can be happen? Work is being converted into heat. So you may see that while we are looking at the refrigerator in our home, so the temperature which is there inside the refrigerator is very cold, and the temperature which is at the back of the refrigerator, while cleaning our house, cleaning our refrigerator, you may have seen that the back side of the refrigerator is having some net, and under the net there is a pipe over that, and which is at warmer temperature, or the temperature over there is higher, is very high. So the temperature at that point is high because all the highest energy or all the heat is being thrown away to that part, and as the heat is being thrown away to the backward or to the environment, so all the temperature which is there inside the refrigerator will be lower one. So we are getting a colder part inside the refrigerator, and hotter part which is outside the refrigerator. Okay. Now, heat flow from colder region to hotter region. Is it true? No, it is not true, because until we have seen that heat transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature. So how this is possible that we are saying that heat flows from colder region to hotter region? So there is a reason behind that. We are going to see the second law in which we are going to explain this concept. But before moving towards the second law, I just wanted to let you know that while heat flows from higher to lower, it is natural process. Heat always flows from higher to lower temperature. But if we want heat to be transferred from colder to higher, we have to do some work on it. If we are doing some work, then it is possible that heat will flow from colder region to hotter region. Okay, so here is the point which will gives you the idea. Heat cannot flow from the region of lower temperature to a region of higher temperature. Okay, but how we can make it possible? We can make it possible by doing work on it. So in this case, while we are studying about refrigerator or fridge, in short we can say that. So in case of fridge, there is one element which is being used to convert phase of a system from one to another. So what was that? Even the ACs, air conditioners, are also examples of the same, which does the same work as like a refrigerator. So this is being achieved by some kind of phase change, which is a fluid, and it is known as a refrigerant. So the refrigerant is really very important term in refrigerator, or I will say only fridge. Okay, so the refrigerant is a mixture of gas and a liquid which continues to change its phase from liquid to gas and gas to liquid. It is in cyclic process. So according to the pressure which is exerted on the refrigerant, it will behave sometimes like liquid, sometimes like vapor, or sometimes like liquid, or sometimes in vapor formation. Alright, so this is refrigerant. Now you may have question like which kind of refrigerant is used in fridge. So the examples of refrigerators are chlorofluorocarbons. You may have heard this in greenhouse effect, right? So chlorofluorocarbon is nothing but one kind of refrigerant, and even nitrogen gas is being used as refrigerant, and also fluorocarbons, only fluorocarbons are there. Then fluorinated hydrocarbons are also there, which are used as refrigerant. So there are number of types and number of refrigerants are there which are used in fridge. Okay, so as we said that according to the pressure which is being exerted on it, it will behave accordingly. After studying about refrigerant, we must have seen very important part of fridge, which is compressor. Now as the word itself say, it compress. So as it is a compressor, so compressor is nothing but the heart of fridge. Okay, so what exactly heart does in our body? Heart circulate the blood within the body, right? So the same work does in compressor. In fridge, compressor circulates the refrigerant within the system. So that's why we are calling compressor as heart of the fridge. Okay, what does the compressor do? It circulates the refrigerant in the system. Fine. Now we are going to learn the exact physics behind refrigerator. All right, so here are the points which gives you idea about the refrigerator. Now the first point which is there is refrigerant is forced to evaporate and then condense by successively decreasing and increasing its pressure. It can therefore pump energy from the region at lower temperature to a region at higher temperature. So the basic about refrigerant is it gives cooler area to the refrigerator and hotter one which is rejected energy to the environment, which is nothing but hotter part of the fridge. It extracts the heat of vaporization of refrigerant from cold region and it rejects to the hotter region, which I have just tell you, outside the refrigerator. This results in cooling down the cold region and hotting or hotter in outer region. Now, heat from the cold region is carried out to the hot region by refrigerant. It extracts heat from the cold region due to forced evaporation, and the heat of evaporation of the refrigerant thus absorbed is rejected by the compressing and condensing it into liquid at higher temperature. I know you are not getting all this point. I will explain in my way. Okay, so here is the diagram. So you can see over here hot region and cold region. When hot region is there, that means heat is got rejected, which is the outer part. ज्यावेळेला तुम्ही फ्रीज पाहता त्यावेळेला फ्रीजमध्ये टेम्परेचर लोअर असतं आणि ॲट द बॅक साईड ऑफ द फ्रीज द टेम्परेचर इज हायर, त्याला आपण हॉट रिजन म्हणणार आहोत. आणि कोल्ड रिजन फ्रीजमध्ये आहे. हॉट रिजनची तुम्हाला जाळी दिसेल आणि पाईप्स दिसतील काही, तर त्या पाईप्समधून काय फ्लो होतं, तर रेफ्रिजरंट. तो फ्लो कोण करतं, तर कॉम्प्रेसर. तर कॉम्प्रेसरला मी हार्ट म्हणले रेफ्रिजरेटरचा. का, बिकॉज रेफ्रिजरंट जो फ्लो होतो तो फ्लो करण्याचं काम कोणाचं आहे, कॉम्प्रेसरचं आहे. जसं आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये ब्लड सर्क्युलेशन करण्याचं काम हार्टचं आहे, सेम म्हणून. ठीक आहे, मग जी हायर एनर्जी आहे किंवा हायर टेम्परेचर आहे ते हा रिजेक्ट करतो. कुठे रिजेक्ट करतो, टू द सराउंडिंग एन्व्हायरमेंटकडे तो ढकलून देतो ती कंप्लीट एनर्जी विच इज ॲट हायर टेम्परेचर. सो व्हॉट इज एन्व्हायरमेंट, हिअर इज बॅक साईड ऑफ द फ्रीज. तर फ्रीजच्या बॅक साईडला तुम्हाला हॉट टेम्परेचर मिळेल मग खूप. आणि मग जर का हायर टेम्परेचर ऑलरेडी सगळं रिजेक्ट झालेलं आहे तर टेम्परेचर काय असणार आहे आतमध्ये, लोवर, बिकॉज हीट इज ऑलरेडी रिजेक्टेड. सो जी हीट ॲब्सॉर्ब झालेली आहे विच इज कोल्डर रिजन इज नथिंग बट द एरिया विच इज विदिन द फ्रीज. ओके, आता हीट क्रिएट कधी होईल, तर ज्यावेळेला कॉम्प्रेशन होणार आहे त्यावेळेला. कॉम्प्रेशन कधी होईल, गॅस कॉम्प्रेस होईल त्यावेळेला. वेन गॅस इज गॉट कॉम्प्रेस त्यावेळेला पार्टिकल्स एकमेकांच्या जवळ येतील खूप. सो दे विल कम व्हेरी क्लोजर टू इच अदर. ॲज दे आर कम क्लोजर टू इच अदर त्यांच्यामध्ये हीट क्रिएट होणार आहे. हीट क्रिएट झाली, टेम्परेचर इन्क्रीज झालं. तेच जर का मी एक्सपांड केलं, एक्सपान्शन झालं, तर ते रोम करतील, त्यांच्यामध्ये हीट क्रिएट होणार नाही आहे. सो ॲज इट गॉट एक्सपांड इट विल नॉट क्रिएट एनी काइंड ऑफ हीट विदिन द सिस्टम. सो त्यावेळेला टेम्परेचर कमी असेल. कमी म्हणजे काय, कोल्डर रिजन. कळालं इथपर्यंत. मग आता हे कशामुळे होणार आहे, कधी हॉट कधी कोल्ड, तर कॉम्प्रेशन अँड इव्हॉपरेशन. द हीट ऑफ इव्हॉपरेशन ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट इज ॲब्सॉर्ब्ड अँड रिजेक्टेड बाय द कॉम्प्रेसिंग अँड कंडेन्सिंग इट. ठीक आहे, तो हे मेन आहे. आता इथे तुम्ही डायग्राम पाहू शकता. सेकंड डायग्राम विल गिव्ह यू द आयडिया अबाउट इट. सी, expansion valves are there here, evaporator coils are there which is inside the refrigerator, and these are hot region which is at higher pressure. Obviously pressure higher असेल तर टेम्परेचर हाय असणार आहे, प्रेशर लोअर असेल तर टेम्परेचर पण लो असणार आहे. हे कोण काम करतं हे सगळ्याचं, तर कॉम्प्रेसर. ओके, कळालंय हे इथपर्यंत? आय होप यू गॉट दिस. Okay, I have a GIF over here which will gives you idea about it. Just observe this GIF and I will explain all the terms regarding this. So you can see over here. So this is the hotter part, which is environment, backside of the fridge. Okay, this is fridge. This is fridge. So you can see over here, heat is being provided. Okay, some heat is warming up the gas and some is being lower the pressure. So which is lower the pressure will be there inside the refrigerator to refrigerate, to cool that. So the what compressor is doing, see what compressor is doing, while you are giving a hit to the refrigerator, so the particle are moving towards the refrigerator and compressor is moving. Here you can see, and the higher temperature will go out by using the compressor. So here is the temperature which is 85, here is the temperature which is 1. So the fan is used to decrease the temperature which is there inside the fridge. So we are getting colder area in fridge and hotter area at outside of the fridge. Okay, so the refrigeration is the process of cooling space or substance and to maintain the temperature within the system. In simple words, we can say that refrigeration is the artificial cooling. Okay, what it consists of, as we have seen the diagram, as we have seen the GIF of it, it consists of compressor, expansion valves. Here you can see compressor, expansion valves, and a closed tube which carries the refrigerant. Okay, a tube is carrying a refrigerant, and part of tube is called as cooling coil. It is in terms of coil. It is in circular or in this way. So this is known as coil. Okay, so the cooling coil will do the cooling effect and hotter coil will give you the higher temperature effect. Alright, so the other part which is exposed to the surrounding is obviously higher temperature at higher pressure, and fluid such as fluorinated hydrocarbon, and even the refrigerant is CVC, that is chlorofluorocarbon, which may be used, or nitrogen gas is also used as refrigerant. Not exactly nitrogen gas, but we can do it in kinds of chlorofluorocarbons only, or here we can say that fluorinated hydrocarbons is used as refrigerant. Normally the cold and the hot part of the coil contains refrigerant as a mixture of liquid. Okay, remember this part. Cold and hot part of the coil contain refrigerant as liquid. While we are studying about colder part and hotter part, the refrigerant is in mixture of liquid and vapor phase in equilibrium. While we are saying it is in equilibrium, then it is in vapor form. Okay, so here you can see the diagram, the schematic diagram, in which you can see the energy flow of refrigerant. So the energy flow, that is from cold reservoir, and the work done is done over there, and that will be converted to the hot reservoir. You can see directly the heat is extracted from the cold reservoir and then it is supplemented by the mechanical work. Now what will be the mechanical work is refrigerant. Refrigerant is doing the work on it, and by compressor, and the total energy is rejected to the hot reservoir. So there are some steps which is being followed by the refrigerator. So which are they? Let's see. It goes through the following steps. Let's see what is step number 1. So here is the step number 1. The fluid passes through nozzle and expand it into a low pressure area. Okay, now what is fluid? We are considering fluorinated carbon, as we have seen in the previous slide. Sorry, I will give you fluorinated hydrocarbon, that is the fluid. Okay, that is refrigerant, we can say. So the step 1 is the fluid passes through nozzle and expands into a low pressure area, similarly to the way carbon dioxide comes out of the fire extinguisher and cools down. You know the example of fire extinguisher. You may have seen fire extinguisher in your society, in our college also. काय करतं ते फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर, जर का फायर कुठे असेल तर ते सिलेंडरच्या फॉर्ममध्ये म्हणजे गॅसियस फॉर्ममध्ये असणार आहे आतमध्ये. ज्यावेळेला आपण तो स्प्रे करतो फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर, त्याच्यामधून लिक्विड फॉर्ममध्ये कम्स आउट होते की ह्याच्यामध्ये. सो इट कम्स आउट ऑफ इट इन टू अ फ्लुइड. When we compressed that gas into cylinder, it becomes a fluid, and when it comes out it will be a gas. मग त्यामध्ये कॉम्प्रेस केलेलं असताना आपण प्रेस केल्यानंतर बाहेर ज्यावेळेला तो गॅस येतो त्यावेळेला संपूर्ण जी फायर आहे ती विझून जाते, अँड इट गिव्स यू कूलर इफेक्ट. कारण हॉट इफेक्ट आधी असणार आहे वाईल फायर इज देअर, अँड वाईल वी आर स्प्रेइंग दॅट फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर, देन यू विल गेट अ कूलर इफेक्ट. सो सेम आहे. तर इथे सुद्धा फ्लुइड पास केला जातो नॉझलमधून. नोझलमधून पास केल्यानंतर तो एक्सपांड केला जातो ॲट लोअर प्रेशर एरिया. ओके, आता स्टेप 2 काय आहे बघूया. स्टेप 2 इज कूल गॅस इज इन थर्मल कॉन्टॅक्ट विथ द इनर कंपार्टमेंट ऑफ द फ्रिज. ऑब्वियसली आतल्या कंपार्टमेंटमध्ये फ्रीजच्या कूलर गॅस आहे. इट कूल्स द ॲटमॉस्फिअर विच इज देअर इनसाइड द फ्रिज. मग द कूल गॅस इज इन थर्मल कॉन्टॅक्ट विथ द इनर कंपार्टमेंट. त्या आतल्या कंपार्टमेंटसोबत इक्विलिब्रियममध्ये आहे तो, किंवा थर्मल कॉन्टॅक्टमध्ये आहे तो. नॉट इन इक्विलिब्रियम, इट इज इन थर्मल कॉन्टॅक्ट. नाव इट हीट्स अप ॲज अ हीट इज ट्रान्सफर्ड टू इट फ्रॉम द कंटेंट ऑफ द फ्रिज. आता जर का कुठल्या कंटेंटकडून फ्रीजकडून हीट जर का त्यांना मिळाली तर इट विल ट्रान्सफर दॅट हीट अँड इट टेक्स प्लेस ॲट द कॉन्स्टंट प्रेशर. जर का कॉन्स्टंट प्रेशर आहे तर कुठलं असणार आहे एक्सपान्शन, इट शुड बी अ आयसोबारिक एक्सपान्शन. पहिल्या स्टेपमध्ये आपण काय म्हणलो आहे, फ्लुइड पास होतो नोझलमधून आणि एक्सपांड होतं. ते बाहेरून कुठल्याही प्रकारचा फोर्स आपण क्रिएट केलेला नाही आहे. इट इज देअर इनसाइड द सिस्टीम ओनली. सो त्यावेळेला आहे ॲडियाबॅटिक एक्सपान्शन. सेकंड जी स्टेप आपण पाहतो आहे त्यामध्ये इनर कंपार्टमेंटमध्ये कूल गॅस इज इन थर्मल कॉन्टॅक्ट विथ द इनर कंपार्टमेंट. आणि ज्यावेळेला हीटअप व्हायला लागतो रेफ्रिजरेटर त्यावेळेला इट टेक्स प्लेस ॲट कॉन्स्टंट प्रेशर कॉन्स्टंट राहतं आहे. सो इन दिस सेकंड स्टेप वी कॅन से दॅट देअर इज अ आयसोबारिक एक्सपान्शन. ठीक आहे. आता स्टेप 3 पाहूया तिथे कुठल्या प्रकारचं एक्सपान्शन होतं. स्टेप 3मध्ये गॅस इज ट्रान्सफर टू द कॉम्प्रेसर. आता हा जो गॅस आहे तो कॉम्प्रेसरकडे ट्रान्सफर केला जातो, विच डज मोस्ट ऑफ द वर्क इन दिस प्रोसेस. सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं काम कोणाचं आहे, कॉम्प्रेसरचं. आता गॅस ट्रान्सफर झालेला आहे कॉम्प्रेसरकडे. नाउ द गॅस इज कॉम्प्रेस्ड ॲडियाबॅटिकली, हिटिंग इट अँड टर्निंग इट बॅक टू द लिक्विड. हे कॉम्प्रेसरचं काम आहे. काय केलं, गॅसला त्यांनी कॉम्प्रेस केलं, हीटअप केलं आणि त्याला पुन्हा लिक्विड फॉर्ममध्ये आणलं. सो दिस इज द थर्ड स्टेप. नाउ व्हॉट इज द फोर्थ स्टेप. आता हॉट लिक्विड जे आहे विच पासेस थ्रू द कॉईल ऑन द आउटसाइड ऑफ द फ्रिज. जे हॉट झालेलं आहे लिक्विड ते त्या वाल्व्समधून त्या कॉईलमधून आउटसाइड ऑफ द फ्रिज केलं जातं. त्यामुळे हिट इज ट्रान्सफर टू द ॲटमॉस्फिअर. आणि हे आहे आयसोबारिक कॉम्प्रेशन प्रोसेस. जर का बाहेर पाठवलं सगळं हॉट एलिमेंट्स तर बाहेरचा एरिया हॉट वन होणार आहे आणि हीट सगळी बाहेर पाठवल्यामुळे आतमधला एरिया कोल्ड राहणार आहे. ओके. So these are the 4 steps. In first step, fluid is passed through the nozzle. Second step, when heat up is there, when heat is up, then heat is transferred to the content of fridge and हे constant pressure ला होतं. सो त्याला आयसोबारिक एक्सपान्शन म्हणतो आपण. स्टेप 3मध्ये हा गॅस जो आहे तो कॉम्प्रेसरकडे जातो आणि तो कॉम्प्रेस केला जातो आणि त्याचं कन्व्हर्जन होतं लिक्विडमध्ये कॉम्प्रेस केल्यानंतर. आणि मग हा जो लिक्विडचा आहे ते लिक्विड त्या वाल्व्समधून पास होतं आउटसाईड एन्व्हायरमेंटला आणि ते हायर टेम्परेचरला आहे. त्यामुळे हायर टेम्परेचर सगळं बाहेर काढलं जातं विच इज ॲट द आउटर सर्फेस ऑफ द फ्रिज. ठीक आहे, कळालं आहे बेसिक काय आहे याच्यामध्ये अबाउट रेफ्रिजरेटर. मेकॅनिकल वर्क कन्वर्ट होतं हीटमध्ये. फाईन. तो वर्क डन कुठे क्रिएट होतं, तर कॉम्प्रेसरमुळे आणि रेफ्रिजरंटमुळे. सगळ्यात मेन 2 कंपोनेंट अबाउट रेफ्रिजरेटर आर रेफ्रिजरंट अँड कॉम्प्रेसर. हे 2 खूप महत्त्वाचे काम करणारे आहेत. ठीक आहे. नाव आता आपल्याला मॅथमॅटिकल इक्वेशन्समध्ये फाइंड आउट करावं लागेल. सो लेट्स हॅव अ लुक ॲट द मॅथमॅटिकल इक्वेशन ऑफ इट. जर का आपण म्हटलो आहे की रेफ्रिजरेटर हीट ॲब्सॉर्ब करतो, सो वी आर सेइंग इट ॲज QC, हीट विच इज बिंग ॲब्सॉर्ब बाय द वर्किंग सबस्टन्स, दॅट इज QC. आणि हीट जी रिजेक्ट होते, रिजेक्ट होणारी हीट कुठली आहे, हायर आहे ना, आणि ॲब्सॉर्ब होणारी कुठली आहे, कूलर आहे. म्हणून आपण ॲब्सॉर्ब होणाऱ्या हीटला आपण म्हणतोय QC आणि रिजेक्ट झालेल्या हीटला म्हणतोय आपण QH. ठीक आहे. सो W इज नथिंग बट मायनस QH. वाय इज इट मायनस QH? बिकॉज जर का आपण कूलर 1 म्हणतोय, सो QC विल बी ग्रेटर दॅन 0 अँड इन दिस केस QH इज लेस दॅन 0. हे सगळं कन्सिडर केल्यानंतर वर्क डन पण काय असणार आहे, लेस दॅन 0च असेल. खूप कमी वर्क डन क्रिएट होतं. ते कमी म्हणजे काय, निगेटिव्हमध्ये जाते. लेस दॅन 0 मीन्स निगेटिव्ह. सो we can apply first law to this because it is a cyclic process and initial and final state comes back to it again and again and again. म्हणून ते सायक्लिक म्हणतो आपण, सारखं कंटिन्यू प्रोसेस चालू राहते. सो W काय असणार आहे, तर टोटल वर्क डन असेल. टोटल वर्क डन म्हणजे असं असायला हवं आहे QC प्लस QH, बरोबर. सायक्लिक आहे म्हणजे डेल्टा U काय असायला हवं आहे, 0. हे तर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. इंटरनल एनर्जी इज नॉट देअर. मी एकदासुद्धा इंटरनल एनर्जी ही टर्म वापरली नाही बिकॉज इट इज 0. का, कारण सायक्लिक प्रोसेस आहे. आपण प्रोसेसेसचे टाईप्स पाहिलेले आहेत, त्यामध्ये आपण पाहिलं डेल्टा U 0 असतो इन केस ऑफ सायक्लिक. मग W काय राहणार आहे, फक्त Q. पण इथे फक्त Q नाही आहे. Q काय आहे, ॲब्सॉर्ब झालेला Q आहे आणि रिजेक्ट केलेला Q आहे. सो वी कॅन से दिस ॲज W इज इक्वल टू QC प्लस QH. Or you can rearrange the equation and you can write it as QH plus QC minus W. हा फक्त W एका साईडला घेतला आहे. ठीक आहे. और अजून एक रिअरेंजमेंट करून लिहिले, मायनस QH इज इक्वल टू QC मायनस W. ठीक आहे. आता फ्रीजसाठी नेहमी QH इज लेस दॅन 0 असतो अँड W इज लेस दॅन 0. वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर दिस टू. सो जर का लेस दॅन 0 आहे म्हणजे निगेटिव्ह साईन येणार आहे. आपल्याला जर का रिजेक्ट करायची निगेटिव्ह साईन, वी हॅव टू इग्नोर द निगेटिव्ह साईन. सो वॉट वी कॅन डू मॉड. सो हिअर यू कॅन राईट instead of minus QH I am writing mod of QH, QC as it is, and instead of minus W I am writing W. Okay, because we are ignoring the negative signs. So as to ignore it, we can put a mod to the equations. Now the second thing, जर का ही इक्वेशन तुम्हाला मिळाली, अगेन आय एम सेइंग ही इक्वेशन रेफ्रिजरेटरची आहे. हीट इंजिनची इक्वेशन वेगळी आहे. हीट इंजिनच्या एक्झॅक्टली अपोजिट काम करतं रेफ्रिजरेटर. ठीक आहे. आता जो रेशो आहे विच इज QC बाय W, रेशो ऑफ QC अपॉन W, अख्ख्याला मॉड टाकला आहे मी कारण कुठली टर्म निगेटिव्ह येऊ शकते. दिस इज नोन ॲज or it indicates the performance of the refrigerator and it is known as coefficient of performance. So it is COP, coefficient of performance, आणि तो K ने डिनोट करतात, QC by W. ओके. और द क्वालिटी फॅक्टर पण म्हणतात त्याला. आपल्या फ्रीजची क्वालिटी या टर्मवरती डिपेंड असते. सो Q व्हॅल्यू ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर और K quality factor. Larger is the ratio. When the ratio is larger, the fridge is good. Better is the fridge. That means refrigerator has the best performance when heat is extracted by the refrigerant at the cold reservoir is maximum. QC काय आहे म्हटलं आपण, इट इज इट absorbed by the working substance. ती जर का मॅक्सिमम असेल, जेव्हा मिनिमम वर्क डन क्रिएट होईल त्यावेळेला आपण म्हणतो आपला रेफ्रिजरेटर इज ॲट बेस्ट गिविंग इट्स बेस्ट परफॉर्मन्स. ओके, तर नॉर्मली केची व्हॅल्यू हाऊसहोल्ड्समध्ये आपण जे घरात वापरतो त्यांची ॲप्रॉक्सिमेटली ही व्हॅल्यू 5 असते फॉर हाऊसहोल्ड, आणि अदरवाईज ती डिफर होते. म्हणजे तुम्ही जे इंडस्ट्रियल एरियामध्ये फ्रीज वापरले जातात किंवा तुम्ही डेअरीजमध्ये जे फ्रीज बघता त्यांची व्हॅल्यू ही डिफर होत जाणार आहे, कारण त्यांचे पर्पज वेगवेगळे आहेत. ठीक आहे. नाव you can see over here, as we know that the W is nothing but QC, mod of QC minus mod of QH. पण आपण K ची व्हॅल्यू काय म्हटलो आहे, mod of QC divided by mod of H म्हटलो आहे ना, mod of W म्हटलो आहे ना. So we have to put the value of W in this equation. So by putting the value of W, we are getting QC divided by QC minus QH. So all the quantities which are there in this equation, it gives you the idea about energy. ठीक आहे. तर त्यामुळे त्याचे युनिट्स जे आहेत राईट साईडला कुठले आहेत इक्वेशन्स, ॲट द राईट साईड दिस. सो द राईट साईड विल गिव यू द युनिट विच इज सेम ॲज एनर्जी. पण लेफ्ट साईडचं काय आहे, के कॉन्स्टंट आहे ना तो, सो इट विल बी कोइफिशियंट ऑफ परफॉर्मन्स, राईट. सो देअरफॉर इट इज डायमेन्शनलेस नंबर. ओके, युनिटलेस आहे का डायमेन्शन आहे, नो, इट इज डायमेन्शनलेस, नॉट युनिटलेस. और इज इट सेम, while we are saying it is unitless, so what will be the dimension, there will be no dimension when there is no unit, because we can derive dimensions by using unit also. Okay, so this is all about refrigerator. So what you have to remember is refrigerator transfers heat from inside a closed space to the external environment. म्हणून फ्रीजमधलं टेम्परेचर कमी असतं आणि फ्रीजच्या बाहेरचं बॅक साईडला तुम्ही जाळी पाहिली तर तिथलं टेम्परेचर हायर असतं. हे त्याचं रिझन आहे. आता कॅपॅसिटी ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर पण कशावरती डिपेंड असते. कॅपॅसिटी ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर आपण पाहतो आता 5 स्टार 3 स्टार असे रेफ्रिजरेटर आपण युजली यूज करतो. कंपनीचे पाहत असताना सोबत मिनिमम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कन्झ्युम होणारे पाहतो आपण स्टार्स म्हणजे. तर त्यामध्ये पण कॅपॅसिटी पण पाहतो. तर कॅपॅसिटी नेहमी लिटर्समध्ये पाहतात बघा फ्रीजची. का बरं, बिकॉज इट इज द व्हॉल्यूम अवेलेबल इनसाइड द रेफ्रिजरेटर. त्या रेफ्रिजरेटरमध्ये व्हॉल्यूम किती आहे, दॅट इज नथिंग बट कॅपॅसिटी, म्हणून ती लिटरमध्ये असते. ओके, आय होप यू गेट ऑल दिस कन्सेप्ट अबाउट रेफ्रिजरेटर. इझी आहे खूप, पण शांतपणे खूप वेळेला वाचा, देन यू विल come to know the exact idea about refrigerator. Even I have read this twice, thrice. Okay, so you have to read it twice and thrice so that you will come to know the exact idea about it. Okay, so please do read, do study, then only you will know the concept about it. Okay, so the what points we have learned, heat engine cycle and PV diagram, and the second point which refrigerator, which was really very tough to tell you and tough to understand also. So please do read, it is very easy to understand when you will be able to study. अभ्यास करा तरच तुम्हाला सोपं आहे, ते नाही तर तुम्हाला ते अवघड जाणार आहे. ओके, आता नेक्स्ट लेक्चरमध्ये आपण एअर कंडिशन पाहणार आहोत आणि हीट पंप्स पाहणार आहोत. ठीक आहे, आणि सेकंड लॉ पाहणार आहोत which is really very interesting. जसं फ्रीजचं आहे तसंच एसीचं आहे. सो वी विल सी द डिफरन्स बिटवीन देम. ओके, सो थँक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग होल व्हिडिओ. थँक यू.